The warning ignored the cold darkness of space was calm, but that calm was about to break. Far beyond Earth's orbit, a strange signal arrived. It was harsh and clear, a message from a powerful alien fleet. The message was simple but filled with danger. Submit or be destroyed. On Earth, the leaders of humanity gathered in a secret room deep underground. The air was heavy with tension. The huge screens showed the incoming alien fleet moving closer to the solar system. Everyone knew this was not a normal visit. It was a threat. Admiral Blake stood up. His face was hard and serious. "They want war," he said slowly. "They want us to give up everything." A young officer named Daniel watched from the side. He had only been in the fleet for a year, but he knew this moment was important. Daniel's heart beat fast. He wanted to do more than just watch. He wanted to fight for humanity. The meeting was long. Some wanted to find a way to make peace. But the council was clear. Humanity would not bow down to threats. They would protect their homes, no matter the cost. Outside, in the cold darkness of space, the alien fleet was growing bigger. Their ships were large and strange, glowing with strange colors. They moved with power and confidence, believing humans would surrender easily. On a small observation station near Mars, Daniel stood watching the stars. Suddenly, alarms began to ring. "Warning! Alien ships are changing course. They are heading straight for Earth," the computer voice said. Daniel ran to the communication room. "This is no longer a warning," he told the officers. "They want battle." On Earth, cities buzzed with nervous energy. People watched the skies, unsure what would happen next. Some were afraid, but most believed in humanity's strength. They had survived many challenges before, and they would survive this too. In space, the first alien ships reached Earth's orbit. Their weapons powered up, sending a silent warning to Earth's defense forces. But Earth's response was calm and strong. The human fleet was ready. Commander Elena, the leader of Earth's space defense, stood on the bridge of the flagship Sentinel. She was calm, but her eyes were sharp. "Prepare all weapons," she ordered. "We do not start this fight, but we will end it." Daniel joined the crew of Sentinel, ready for his first real battle. He looked around at the other soldiers, young and old, all ready to protect their home. He felt a mix of fear and pride. The alien fleet fired the first shots. Bright beams of energy cut through space, aiming for Earth's defense ships. Explosions lit the dark sky. But humans fought back quickly. The battle was fierce. Human ships moved fast, dodging enemy fire and firing back with their own powerful lasers. Explosions shook the battlefield. Ships on both sides were destroyed. But humans never gave up. During the fight, Daniel saw something strange. The aliens seemed to attack without a plan. Their ships moved too fast, but they made many mistakes. It was as if they did not understand human strength. Commander Elena ordered a risky move. "We will surprise them," she said. "Prepare the stealth fighters. They will attack from behind." Daniel was part of the stealth squadron. They flew small, fast ships that could hide in space's darkness. As they approached the alien fleet, Daniel's hands shook, but he kept focus. Suddenly, the stealth fighters struck. They hit the alien ships hard, destroying several before the aliens could react. The aliens were shocked. Their confidence began to break. Back on Earth, people watched the battle on their screens. Hope grew in their hearts. Humanity was not weak. They were fighters, but the war was just beginning. After the surprise attack, the alien fleet pulled back. A little, but they did not retreat. They sent a stronger message. War is coming. Surrender now or be wiped out. The message was cold and cruel. In the command room on Sentinel, Commander Elena looked at the message. "They want war," she said. "Then war is what they will get." Daniel felt a fire inside him. He thought about his family, his friends. And may the first strike the night sky above Earth, burned with light from distant stars and from the weapons firing in space. The alien fleet loomed large, but humanity was ready to fight back. Commander Elena paced the bridge of the Sentinel. Her face showed no fear, only calm determination. "We've been quiet for too long," she said. "Now it's time to hit them first." The humans had one big advantage surprise. The aliens expected humans to defend, but they did not expect humans to attack. Daniel checked his weapons in the fighter cockpit. His hands were steady, but his mind raced. "This is it," he whispered to himself. "Our chance to show them who we really are." The human fleet moved fast, diving from behind nearby asteroids and planets. Small fighter squads zipped through the darkness, attacking alien supply ships first. Explosions tore through the alien lines. The supply ships were vital. Without them, the alien fleet would soon run out of fuel and weapons. But the aliens were not ready to give up. Their massive warships turned toward the attackers, firing huge blasts of energy. The battle quickly became deadly. Daniel's fighter shook as a beam grazed his ship's wing. He felt a sudden rush of fear, but he pushed it aside. "Focus," he told himself. "Fly smart, fight smart." Suddenly, a new alarm sounded in his cockpit. "Enemy fighter incoming." The voice warned. Daniel spun his ship, dodging the fast alien fighter chasing him. His training took over. He fired a quick burst, hitting the alien's engine. The enemy ship spun out of control and exploded in a shower of sparks. Back on Sentinel, Commander Elena watched the battle unfold on the big screen. "Good," she said quietly. "But this is only the start." She turned to her communications officer. "Send this message to the enemy fleet," she ordered. "Tell them this. Humanity fights for freedom. If they want war, they will find no mercy." A message was sent, clear and loud across space. But the aliens did not reply with words. They replied with weapons. The sky lit up with deadly fire. Alien warships launched volleys of missiles and energy blasts. One human ship exploded in a ball of fire. Still, the humans fought harder. Every explosion only made them more determined. In the middle of the chaos, Daniel saw something strange. An alien ship moved oddly too slow and too careful. It seemed afraid. "Commander," Daniel's radio crackled. "That alien ship is trying to escape. Should I follow?" Elena's voice came back firm. "No, we focus on the main fleet. Cut off their reinforcements first." Daniel reluctantly turned back to the fight. But inside, he wondered what secrets were the aliens hiding. The battle raged for hours. Neither side gave ground. But slowly, the humans began to win. Their fighters were faster, their weapons more precise. Their teamwork stronger. Daniel thought about Earth below, the cities filled with people waiting, hoping. He was not just fighting for himself anymore. He was fighting for all humanity. As the alien fleet began to retreat, the human fleet chased them. But then a new threat appeared. From the darkness, a massive alien warship appeared, bigger than any before. Its surface glowed with strange symbols. It was a ship built for destruction. Commander Elena's eyes widened. "That's their flagship," she said, the ship's weapons charged, ready to unleash a terrible power. Daniel gripped his controls. "This is no ordinary battle," he said. "This is a fight for survival." The alien flagship fired a blast, so strong it knocked several human ships out of formation. The humans were forced to pull back. The battle was far from over. As the dust settled, Elena made a decision. "We must learn more about that ship," she said, "and we must be ready for what comes next." Daniel looked out at the stars, his heart steady now. The fight had only begun and humanity was ready. Asterisk LL the people counting on him. Humanity would fight. They would not lose. The first battle was over, but the war was far from finished. The aliens had made a terrible mistake by underestimating humans. As Earth prepared for the coming days, a new hope grew, a hope that humanity's true power was still hidden, and soon the galaxy would know it. Asterisk. Secrets of human power. The alien flagship was gone, but its shadow loomed large over the human fleet. Everyone on the Sentinel knew the war was entering a dangerous new phase. Commander Elena stood silently in the ship's strategy room. Around her, scientists and engineers worked quickly on new weapons and defenses. A hum of machines filled the air. Humanity is fighting with one hand tied behind its back, Elena said. It's time to show them what we really have. Deep beneath the surface of Earth, hidden in vast underground labs, humanity's greatest secret waited. Scientists had spent decades developing technology far beyond what any alien race expected. Powerful energy shields, weapons that could bend space, and ships that could move faster than light itself. Dr. Myra, the chief scientist, stood before a group of officers, explaining the plan. Our enemies think they know our limits, but they have no idea. Daniel listened carefully as Dr. Myra showed a glowing model of a new ship. It was sleek, small, and almost invisible to enemy scanners. These stealth ships can slip behind enemy lines, she explained. They carry weapons that can destroy a fleet in minutes. The room was filled with hope and fear. If the aliens learned of this power, the war would change forever. Meanwhile, on the front lines, the alien fleet was regrouping. Their leaders held secret meetings, worried about the human surprise attacks, but they still believed they could win. Their ships outnumbered humans by thousands. In space, Daniel prepared for a new mission. This time, the target was deep inside enemy territory. The stealth squadron flew silently through the stars. Their ships were cloaked in darkness, almost like ghosts. Daniel's heart raced. If we succeed, he thought, we can break their will. Suddenly, the squadron arrived at a hidden alien base on a small moon. It was heavily guarded with laser turrets and patrol ships. Stay sharp, Elena's voice came over the radio. We strike fast and hard. The stealth fighters zoomed down through the moon's thin atmosphere, dodging enemy fire. Daniel fired the new energy torpedoes. They exploded with a bright flash, destroying the base's power generators. Alarms blared across the alien fleet. Chaos spread as ships scrambled to defend their secrets. Back on Sentinel, Elena smiled slightly. They thought they could hide from us, she said. But humanity always finds a way. The aliens sent a message that shocked the humans. Surrender. Now or face complete destruction. Elena replied firmly. You wanted war. Now you will see our full power. Daniel looked out the window, watching stars race by. The war was no longer just about survival. It was about proving humanity's strength and will. A new hope grew inside every soldier. Humanity's secrets could turn the tide. But deep in the darkness, the alien leaders planned their next move. Move that could destroy everything. Asterisk, the battle escalates. Space was no longer silent. The war between humanity and the alien fleet had spread across entire star systems. Every jump through the stars brought new battles, new dangers. Commander Elena stood on the bridge of the Sentinel, her eyes sharp as she watched the holographic map of the battlefield. The alien fleet was massive, but humanity fought with something even stronger: heart and hope. Prepare for the enemy's elite forces, Elena ordered. They will not give up easily. Daniel sat at his station, scanning the radar. Suddenly, dozens of small, fast alien fighters appeared, moving like shadows against the stars. These are their best pilots, he said. We have to be careful. The human ships formed tight groups, covering each other with shields and lasers. The battle was intense. Beams of light flashed everywhere, and the sound of explosions filled the void. Daniel's fighter dove into the middle of the fight. His hands were steady as he dodged enemy fire and targeted weak spots in the alien ship's dot. Suddenly, his wingman was hit. Daniel called out, "Hold on, I'm coming." With quick moves, Daniel attacked the enemy fighters chasing his friend. His laser fire cut through the darkness, saving the wingman just in time. Back on Sentinel, Galena saw the fierce fight and felt proud. "This is what makes humanity strong," she said quietly. "We protect each other." But the aliens were not done. Their leader, a tall figure known only as the Warlord, appeared on the enemy's command screen. He spoke with cold confidence. "Humans are strong, but they are nothing compared to us. We will crush them." The Warlord sent his elite squadron, faster and more deadly than before. Their ships moved like lightning, striking hard and fast. The humans faced heavy losses, but every ship destroyed was met with two more. Daniel fought bravely. He saw a massive alien cruiser approaching. It was a weapon unlike any other. "Commander Elena," Daniel called, "that cruiser is charging a weapon. It could destroy half our fleet." Elena's face hardened. "We have to stop it." The human fleet focused all their firepower on the giant cruiser. The battle turned desperate. Daniel's fighter flew straight into the danger zone, dodging blasts and weaving through debris. With a strong blast from his torpedoes, he hit the cruiser's main weapon. The explosion rocked the cruiser, and its weapon went silent. The humans cheered, but they knew the war was far from over. After the battle, the Sentinel captured an alien ship trying to escape. Inside, they found strange technology, a weapon that could change the course of the war. Alana studied the device, her mind racing. "This could give us the edge we need." Daniel thought about the battle and the lives lost. He knew humanity's fight was not just about survival. It was about hope, courage, and the will to keep going. As the stars shone cold and bright, the war escalated, and humanity was ready to face every challenge. Asterisk. Turning the tide, the war had raged for weeks, but now something was changing. Humanity was no longer just fighting to survive. They were beginning to win. Commander Elena stood before the gathered officers on the Sentinel. The captured alien weapon had been studied, and its secrets were being used to strengthen human forces. "Our scientists have adapted the alien tech," Elena announced. "We now have weapons and shields stronger than anything we had before." Daniel listened with growing hope. He felt the weight of responsibility, but also the power of new strength flowing through their fleet. The human ships moved faster and struck harder. Their shields could absorb the fiercest alien blasts. Their weapons pierced enemy armor like a hot knife through butter. In the skies above a distant star, a fierce battle began. The alien fleet launched a desperate attack, hoping to crush the humans before they grew stronger. But humanity was ready. Daniel led a squadron of fighters through a narrow asteroid field. The aliens followed, but the humans knew the terrain better. Using the asteroids as cover, Daniel's squadron attacked from unexpected angles, striking the alien ships' weak points. Explosions lit the field as alien ships were destroyed one after another. Back on the Sentinel, Elena watched the battle unfold with satisfaction. "This is the moment we've been waiting for." But victory was not easy. The alien leader, the Warlord, was furious. He sent his most deadly soldiers, elite warriors, with powerful weapons and no fear. They landed on a small human colony. Hoping to break the spirit of the people, Daniel's unit was sent to defend the colony. The fight on the ground was brutal and close. Soldiers ran through ruined streets, dodging energy blasts and fighting for every inch. Daniel felt the fear, but he also saw courage. Children hid in shelters, and civilians helped soldiers with food and medical aid. Together, they held the line, Meanwhile, in space, human ships used their new technology to disable alien engines and communications. The aliens were losing control. The warlord realized the war was slipping away. In a desperate move, he sent a massive ship toward Earth's core worlds. Elena sent a warning to all human forces. We must stop that ship, no matter what. Daniel's squadron raced through space, engines roaring. They knew this battle could decide the future. As they neared the massive ship, Daniel saw its size and power. It was like a moving fortress. The humans worked as one. Torpedoes flew, shields held strong, and pilots risked everything. The alien ship began to falter. Then, with a final strike led by Daniel, the ship exploded in a blaze of light. The alien fleet broke apart, scattering into the void. Humanity had turned the tide, but as the crew celebrated, Elena's voice came over the comms, steady and firm. This war is not over. We have shown our strength, but the galaxy is watching. We must be ready for what comes next. Final assault. The war had reached its peak. Humanity was no longer defending. They were taking the fight directly to the enemy's heart. Commander Elena stood on the bridge of the Sentinel, looking toward the distant star system where the alien homeworld lay. It was a place of dark skies and strange storms, the source of the enemy's power. We have one chance to end this, Elena said quietly. An all-out attack on their homeworld. We must be ready to sacrifice everything. Daniel and his squadron prepared for the hardest mission of their lives. The ships were loaded with the newest weapons, shields glowing bright. As they jumped through hyperspace, Daniel thought about the battle ahead. If we win here, he told himself, we win for all humanity. The alien homeworld was like nothing Daniel had ever seen. Huge cities stretched across jagged mountains, surrounded by swirling storms of energy. The alien defenses were fierce. Massive energy walls, endless fleets, and a planet-wide shield protected the world. The battle began with an explosion of light. Human ships crashed into the defenses, breaking through with powerful energy beams and torpedoes. Daniel's fighter weaved through the chaos, dodging blasts and firing at enemy ships. On the ground, human soldiers landed near alien cities. They fought street by street, their weapons shining in the dark. Elena coordinated the battle, moving her forces carefully but boldly. The alien warlord appeared in a massive warship above the planet, directing the defense. I will not lose my home, he said, voice cold and furious. The final battle was brutal. Ships exploded, cities burned, and heroes rose and fell. Daniel saw his friends fall, but he kept fighting, driven by hope and courage. Finally, Elena gave the order. Fire everything. A wave of energy crashed over the alien homeworld. The planet's shields shattered. The alien warlord's ship was hit by a massive blast. It exploded in space, scattering debris. The alien homeworld shook. Buildings crumbled. The war was ending. As the dust settled, humanity stood victorious. Daniel looked at the stars, feeling proud but knowing the fight would continue. Humanity was no longer the hunted. They were the hunters now. Aftermath and warning, the stars were quiet again, but the silence was not peace. It was the calm after the storm, a time for healing and for remembering. Commander Elena stood on the bridge of the Sentinel, looking out at the ruins of the alien homeworld, now dark and broken. The war was over, but its cost was great. Daniel walked through the ship's corridors, thinking about all they had lost. Friends, families, entire worlds changed forever. Yet, in every heart burned the fierce pride of survival. Back on Earth, people celebrated quietly. They honored the heroes, those who had given their lives so humanity could live free. A message was sent across the galaxy. It was clear and strong. Humanity will not be bullied. We fight for peace, but we are ready for war. Any who threaten us will face total annihilation. The message was a warning, but also a promise. Scientists began to rebuild. New ships were designed, new defenses created. Humanity knew the galaxy was watching. The future was uncertain. One night, deep in space, a faint signal was detected. It was strange and unknown, a quiet call from beyond the stars. Elena and Daniel looked at each other. The war was over, but a new journey was beginning. Humanity was ready, strong, united, unstoppable. Asterisk.